Hey guys, it's NZBHA here, bringing you a new video. Of course, this is the third part of this series, mainly covering NZBHydra2. I don't know if you caught my second part to the video, but of course I had to redo it because I felt like I was just missing some pieces there. When I first did my whole Sonarr setup, I set up my indexers in Jackett, and then I sent everything to NZBHydra. And then from there, I sent all that to Sonarr from NZBHydra. This time around, I decided to basically have Jackett go straight to Sonarr for all of my torrent indexers, and then I just use NZBHydra2 for the news group indexers and stuff. And I think that works out pretty well. That's why I went ahead and updated that second part to the video and added in the Jackett, setting it up in Sonarr and everything. Nonetheless, here we are, NZBHydra2. So, of course, as a prerequisite, you will need to have some sort of newsgroup service. I use news hosting, but there are a lot of choices out there. You just kind of have to look around and figure out which one's best for you. This is a pretty easy setup, I think, and I think it will kind of bring everything together, and you can kind of see how Sonarr can manage looking up your TV series and stuff like that. And download the ones that you want. So let's check it out. And again, we did Jackett in Docker, and I think sticking with that Docker theme, NZBHydra2 in Docker, I think works pretty well also. So I decided to go ahead and keep this one in Docker as well. It's a pretty easy install this way, and it still communicates well with Sonarr and everything else it needs to communicate with on my downloads machine and everything else. So let's do a quick run through of everything we're going to cover in this video. So of course, for starters, we're going to create a directory for our NZBHydra2 configuration. Basically, create that in my host machine's home directory, similar to what we did with Jackett. And then, of course, we'll be able to point our Docker configuration at that config file, and just makes things run a little bit smoother, a little bit cleaner setup there. Once we do that, we're going to install NZBHydra2 in Docker. Once it's installed, then we will configure it. Any configuration settings that we need to do. Basically, the only thing that really needs to be done, of course, is to add all of our indexers. Once that's done, we will add NZBHydra2 into Sonarr as a indexer. And lastly, I'll just kind of show you what that looks like in action. So let's get started. Alright, so again, here I am in my home directory. All I really need to do here is a sudo mkdir NZBHydra2. That's the folder that we'll store our configuration file in. And once we have that added in there, then of course we're ready to move on to that next step. Alright, so now we're going to install NZBHydra2 in Docker using docker-compose. So of course I need to edit my docker-compose.yaml file here. And I'll have all this in the description below so you can just copy and paste it. But we're going to do a sudo vi docker-compose.yaml. Find an open spot down here at the bottom. Carve out a little section for NZBHydra2. To shorten this a little bit, I'm going to call it Hydra2. For the container name, I'll call it Hydra2 as well. Just like Jackett, we have 3 environment variables that we need to add. So those are PUID equals 1000 for our user ID, PGID for our group ID, which is also 1000. And again, I'm going to set my time zone. So for me, it's America/Chicago. For the ports, NZBHydra2 uses 5076 as its default port, so we're going to do 5076:5076. And then, of course, for the volumes, we just want to point it at that newly created config directory that we just created. So /home/adrian/NZBHydra2:config. I'm going to set the restart to always, and then of course the image name is linuxserver, all one word, /NZBHydra2. Once we have all that in there, we can go ahead and save it. And then we are going to do a sudo docker-compose.yaml. Give that a second to install. And then we'll jump over here to portainer and just take a look, make sure everything looks okay. Everything looks to be good to me. Check the log files here. It looks like it's starting up. Everything looks good there as well. So I think we are good to go. Let's move on to that next step. Alright, so again, we are going to do some configuration in NZBHydra2, but for the most part, all we really need to do is to add in our indexers. I'm pretty much going to leave all the other settings the default. So we go to config over here, and then we're going to jump to indexers, which is that last tab there, and we'll say add indexer. Of course, there are tons of preset ones to use. You can certainly pay for memberships on indexers as well. Again, that's just another fee that you'll have to pay on your own. I like to use a lot of the free ones, so you can kind of go through there. The ones that I use all have open memberships, so you can create them. There will be a limit to what you can download with the free ones, but it's at least enough to get you started and for you to be able to play around with this and see how much you like it. So we'll add in a couple here. First one is NZB index. It doesn't even require an API key or anything. We'll basically make sure we set it to internal and any API searches. Go ahead and hit submit. And of course we'll add bin search as well. And it's the same thing. It doesn't require an API key, so it's a pretty easy setup for that one as well. I'll kind of fast forward through that as I've already added a few of these. As you can see there, I got 6 different ones. Not quite as many as I have for the torrent side with Jackett, but it gives you a few at least to get you going. But that's pretty much it for configuration. Like I said, all you really needed to do with the configuration was just to add in the indexers, so that's what we did here. Let's go ahead and move on to the next step. Alright, so now that we have NZBHydra2 configured, we want to get it connected into Sonarr as our NZB indexer. So in order to do that, we need our API key for NZBHydra. So we'll go to the config section here, and then the top right, you'll see API. We'll click on that. And you basically just want to copy all this information. It has the name of the endpoint that you'll need, which is your host machine for NZBHydra2 :5076. And then, of course, you'll also need the API key. So you can copy all this info somewhere so that you can paste it into Sonarr when it's ready. But once we have all that, we're going to jump over to Sonarr, go into Settings, and click on Indexers. And as you can see, we have the Jackett indexer there. We're going to go ahead and add another one. This one will be NewsNab. There's not a preset for NZBHydra, so we'll just do custom. And again, we'll put in that URL, which is http:// the IP of our host machine, :5076. The only other thing we need to enter here is the API key, so we'll paste that in there. Once you have that, you can go ahead and hit test. And as you can see, it tested successfully. So we can go ahead and save it, and we are done with that part. We have added NZBHydra2 into our Sonarr configuration. Let's go ahead and move on to that last step and see it in action. Alright, so I went through adding a series in the last video, so I'm not going to add another one. We're just going to jump over to our wanted section here. And we're going to do a search for one of these. Hopefully NZBHydra2 will download one for us. Let's take a look. Move over to the logs again, and as you can see here, it has sent a download file to NZBGet, so we are good to go. We check out NZBGet. We show that it is currently downloading, so that's all we want. That is pretty much the end of this video, guys. And since we're pretty much done with the full setup, I thought I'd also show you the Sonarr sensors and Home Assistant. As you can see here, I'm currently now monitoring 3 shows, looking for 46 episodes that I don't have downloaded yet, and of course there are 3 currently downloading in my queue. So it's now updating everything in Home Assistant as well and showing us what is currently going on. So pretty cool. That's the end of the video, guys. Pretty easy setup. Pretty similar to the second video where we did Jackett. This one, of course, was just for newsgroup stuff. So if you haven't played around with any of this at all, then, of course, this is definitely your chance to get out there and give it a shot. Let's do a quick run through everything we covered in this video. So, of course, for starters, we created our directory to house our NZBHydra2 configuration file. Once we did that, we installed NZBHydra2 in Docker. Once we had that installed, then we basically just added in our indexers into NZBHydra2. After that, we added NZBHydra2 into Sonarr, and lastly, I showed you what it looked like in action. Again, that's the end of the video, guys. I hope this gives everybody at least a little idea of how to set up Sonarr and use it with NZBHydra2 and Jackett. Again, I want to thank everybody that has donated to my Buy Me a Coffee link. Every little bit helps. If you liked the video, please subscribe to my channel. If you have any questions or comments, hit me up in the comments below. As always, if there are any videos out there that you would like to see that I don't already have out there, let me know in the comments as well, and I will see if I can't get something put together for you guys. Otherwise, I'll see you guys around. Thanks.